Welcome to the TDC Today Show communities. My name is Sue Roskopf. The Disability Channel is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC provides digital media production, education, and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. And it's through media, training, and community partnerships that we create opportunities where inclusion matters and we truly make a difference for everybody. I am thrilled to have a wonderful friend joining us tonight, but before we get to her, I do want to share some exciting things that are happening in the very near future here. So, one thing that we love working with is an organization called Helpopedia. They have so much to offer. I'm going to share my screen so you can see a little bit more about the group and what they all have. So first of all, helpopedia.org, just kind of like encyclopedia. This is Helpopedia. They have so many resources. And one thing that is brand new is listed right on here that they are just launching the special needs directory. We'll check that out in just a moment. But Helpopedia is about empowering youth and transforming lives. Helpopedia is providing youth with the personal and professional development they need to be successful at school, at work, and in life. That says so much right there, right? That is what this organization is all about. And they are making a difference out there. The amount of wonderful stories, the connections, oh my gosh, they are making a difference. It says right on here, we are change makers. There's info on here about who they are, how can you help, their mission. Here, this part I'll share right on here too. Our mission, we help parents and youth bridge the gap between knowledge and opportunity by delivering accessible, engaging resources that inspire youth to excel in both their personal and their professional lives. And their vision is to enable youth to thrive in our rapidly changing world. So, with that, they have started what's right at the top. You can see here the special needs directory. So, let me share what that looks like here as well. So, specialneeds.help is the website. Again, specialneeds.help. And look at all the things across the top here. You can find information on different conditions, on different types of professionals, resources for parents, resources for crisis management, education, community and events, financial and legal. Then you go to community here, how to get involved. There is a massive amount of information to be found here, and I absolutely am in awe of what they have put together. One thing that they are doing this coming summer to help with all of the efforts that they are bringing together with all the things going on. If you're not aware yet, the 36th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act will be happening this summer. So the anniversary date is July 26th, and we will be celebrating 36 years of the ADA being a thing, being a law. And I have this flyer here that talks about exactly what this telethon is. In honor of the 36th anniversary, they are looking to raise $36,000 to make a difference for our youth and for parents. So again, I can share out this website location. This is something I put together. I will see what I can do to have a better web link for future for sharing a little bit easier, but it is ability.my.canva.site/telethon. I will have that link included in the write-ups on this. But again, transforming lives, supporting youth and parents. The links are here for both helpopedia.org and specialneeds.help. When is this telethon happening? It is on Thursday, July 23rd from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. If you have any questions at all, Kurt's actually the best one to contact right now. He has a website, or I'm sorry, not website. He's got his email address, his phone number is all listed here. If you're ready to donate now to this amazing opportunity, there's a button right on here. If you click on the donate now button, it takes you directly to their donation site. So you can go ahead and you don't have to wait for July 23rd to make a difference. You can start making those donations now. So it is available, it is live, and a little bit more info is on here. Again, this raising 36,000 to support youth and families. I'm going to go ahead and read this screen just so you have a little more info here. Again, funds raised through this telethon will help provide meaningful programs, valuable resources, and community support that empower young people and strengthen families. It will be hosted by our MC, Phil Vitrano, and the evening will feature inspiring stories, Americans with Disabilities Got Talent, and opportunities for viewers to make a powerful difference. Whether you donate, share the event, or tune in to support the mission, your involvement helps create stronger communities and greater opportunities for youth everywhere. So please, donate if you can. Anyone can share the event. If you're seeing this, you probably are on social media somewhere, or you can just tell a friend. So please go ahead and share out that this is happening. Again, that's on July 23rd, which is a Thursday night. That's coming up. It'll be here before we know it. It's not that far away at this point. So want everybody to be aware of this fantastic event that's coming your way soon. So I have a couple other quick notes. One of which, I know I mentioned veterans. TDC is all about supporting folks with different abilities along with our veteran community. There's another big event happening for our veterans. So those that know us know that Kurt and I are both ambassadors with Project Die Hard. And the big fundraising event each year for Project Die Hard is Fill the Can. So the Fill the Can event, it runs from Memorial Day until Independence Day. So you know what that means? We already started. So get on board with us and go ahead and go to projectdiehard.org. There's a donate button on there as well. And I know I'm talking a lot about raising funds here, but this is critical. It makes a difference. For Project Die Hard, if you're not familiar again with that organization, please take a moment and take a look, because it's all about giving hope to our veterans. It is all about veteran suicide. And for those that are not familiar, it is mind-boggling how rampant this epidemic is, and we can make a difference. We can do something about this, because one suicide is too many. That's somebody's loved one, somebody's friend, somebody's parent, child. That's somebody that we could not afford to lose. And the reality is, we're losing in the neighborhood of 48 people every day, 48 veterans that are losing their fight to the demon of suicide. And we can't stand by and let that happen. We can make a difference. That's why Project Die Hard exists. ProjectDieHard.org is the website. And if you have questions, please reach out to me. My email address with the organization is susan@projectdiehard.org. Again, Susan at projectdiehard.org. I am more than happy to talk to anyone about that and fill you in on details, answer any questions you have. And we always ask for prayers, for sharing, share out the mission, volunteer with us. It's a really great group. If you're looking for a way to share your talents with the world, this is a great one to pick. And then again, donating to that organization as well. That's what it takes to make things move forward. It takes time and dollars, and that's what we're looking for, those who want to hop on board with us there as well. So I know we do have a very wonderful friend of the show, a longtime friend joining us today. Marianne of Waikiki is here with us, and we are going to be playing one of her book trailers here. If you want to come on in and say hello real quick, I will go ahead and bring that book trailer up so we can play that for everyone.
Well, aloha and hola. Thank you so much. The World of Ability podcast that's supported with Jay Stoyan out of the Disability Channel out of Toronto, Canada. the Acts of Kindness series are written for animation movies with sign language characters and a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch and The Perfect Wave. And wow, we've been working on this for over a decade. And I'm grateful that this series is completed for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change. And the first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, is dedicated to Boynton Slat of the ocean cleanup, where he's doing amazing work with cleaning up the plastics and pollutions worldwide, especially the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And we have Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully book, with the anti-bullying messages featuring Harry the hard of hearing rabbit, Chelsea the courageous sign language chicken, Eve the finger spelling bumblebee, and Dr. Fingers the finger spelling hermit crab now have their own YouTube channel where you can watch and learn the ASL finger spelling alphabet, the 26 letters of the sign language alphabet. And we give thanks and support to Trevor Gibbs, who is the web detective who makes sure websites are ADA compliant. Not only through this journey, he has helped me upload these videos, and we are currently uploading our book trailers to my website, www.actsofkindnessseries.com. So we couldn't do it without all the support of everybody who we met through the Happy Neighborhood projects during the pandemic. But yes, the first book started in 2016, a sailing book signing tour. And here we are, 2026, and completed the climate change book dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, Clean Water Foundation founder out of Seattle, Washington. And again, thank you to the support of our storyteller, Santa Papa John, on the World of Ability podcast on Saturdays. We have been reading a chapter a week, so we're introducing the characters, so you get to see that thought to action, to be of service, to learn basic sign language skills, and to get these into the classrooms from donorschoose.org. So again, we thank all our sponsors, such as On the Mark TV in Phoenix, who has 220 networks. We hope to get a grant from San Francisco Film, who are giving disability authors, filmmakers, opportunity to receive $5,000 to $25,000, which we are applying for in the next week to receive that in October. To work with Brennan Williams of Prestige Media to see that vision, to bring it in to animation movies. Also, we're updating with ACX Audible. My first book, Underwater Acts of Kindness, is on Audible, where you can hear the soundtrack chapters of Lucy and the Perfect Wave singing these amazing songs. And Nick's guitar sounds like whales and dolphins. And so it's all got good vibes with good messages of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. So Sue, if you would like to share with our audience here, and another shout out to Dr. Anthony Sardelli of Nonprofit TV, who is showcasing these books trailers through the support of our board member, Kurt Roskopf. Thank you so much. What a dream come true for an author to get this out, and just imagine the audience of that we have now with over 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss. We have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren, and giving these tools, these basic tools of another form of communication and to be of service. So Sue, let's take it away, and so
Here
go
we
out
go.
and play with a book trailer.
Excellent. Thank you.
For the love of water, World Water Year. Join us as we celebrate World Water Day with the fourth book in the Acts of Kindness series by Marianne of Waikiki. Meet Robo Motivation, a brave robot delivering clean water to schools worldwide. Alongside Waterflow the whale, our deaf ocean hero, they show that every act of kindness can change the world, one drop at a time. Plus, meet Pollination, the inspiring bee championing sustainability, and Mr. Penmanship, the Emperor Penguin, urging you to stand up for climate change by writing to Greenpeace. Powered by Lucy Lynch's Love is the Only Way. This movement reminds us that love, kindness, and action create waves of change. This book is dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, founder of Clean Water Foundation, Seattle, Washington, USA. All U.S. classroom teachers can request copies for every student through DonorsChoose.org. Support a classroom, build a future. Get your copy today on Amazon and visit actofkindnessseries.com. Unite for the love of water.
Excellent. All right. So I do see we have Kurt joining us as well. I'm gonna bring him on in to have a chance to join the conversation. And while he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and head over and pull up the next book trailer as well. Kurt, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
So what are we looking for, Sue?
and actually, your sound is really garbly, so I'm not sure if that's if we're gonna be able to hear much coming from you right now. We did talk about the telethon coming up, and also with what's going on with Project Die Hard. So we've been hitting some of those big things coming up soon. I do need to do one quick shout out as well for our radio station. So we are blessed to have River West Radio as a backbone of what we've been doing for over a decade. That's where Ability MKE Now happens. Right before this recording, we did an episode. We're on every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central, and they have one of their big fundraisers going on right now too. If you are anywhere in the vicinity of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you could come on out and literally join the boat. Hop on the boat. There is a river cruise taking place on this Friday night, May 29th, 2026. And it is, oh my gosh, so much fun. We had the pleasure of being on this exact event several years ago. Well, 3 years ago to be specific here, because the tickets are still on sale now for River West Radio's third annual Sunset Gala Cruise. Again, that's on Friday, May 29th. It's an evening of food, raffle prizes, karaoke, and just wonderful celebration on the water. And this is all to help support the future of truly local independent radio in Milwaukee. River West Radio depends on community support, and this is one of their biggest fundraisers of the year. So literally, don't miss the boat. Get your tickets now at riverwestradio.com. And I know that not everybody is nearby and able to actually be on the boat with us, but you can still support this network and make a difference there for what they're doing to provide this wonderful opportunity for so many local radio hosts to be able to do what they do, and including us with what we do with Ability MKE Now. And I gotta say, if it wasn't for what they've done for us in making this a reality, we probably wouldn't be sitting here today with the privilege of being here with the TDC Today Show communities. It takes a community. It's a massive, amazing community that we are blessed to be a part of. And with what they've done for us and that we do for them, that's what it takes. That's what it takes to make a difference out there. And I'm thrilled to have that as part of what we're able to offer. So Kurt, I was just gonna see if you want to test your sound again to see if you are doing anything different at this point, if we're gonna be able to hear you better.
Can you hear me now?
So much better. So I'm just checking in to see, do you have any updates? I know you were just on the open mind. You want to share a little bit about what you guys all talked about tonight?
We had Tatiana from the Office of Community Liaison. The conversation was a lot about police interaction and looking at the bias in police work and, kind of how it folds into politics and, the mayor's office out in New York and, the role of research and collecting these reports of likely concerning interactions with police and looking at if you're in a minority group, if you're in the different, housing projects or, perceived as low income, how that basically puts a target on you in terms of what the New York police department is doing, with going and looking for identification and, kind of looking if something's going on because they're suspecting something. And, so the research behind how they're saying 9 out of 10 of the encounters are with people of color and so forth, that, it shows that huge bias in law enforcement. So that was the driving force, and, to look at, how that makes an interesting dynamic with police officers, not just for the public, but also for the office of the community liaison and the work that Tatiana is doing. And so it was very insightful and another scope of advocacy.
Excellent. All right. That again is the Open Mind, which is a program that happens on Wednesday evenings as well. So if anyone wants information about how to join that group, and it's a variety of topics, it's the Open Mind. It is really a wonderful group of masterminds that get together, and you're welcome to join that as well. So again, if you want to reach out to me, I can get you connected to that organization. It's the easiest to reach me at Susan@projectdiehard.org. Again, Susan at projectdiehard.org. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. We have Rabbit Acts of Kindness coming up here next. So sit back and enjoy.
Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bully. Harry, the hard of hearing. Rabbit attends a special school in Hawaii where he makes new friends and learns sign language and finger spelling. One day, on his way home, two bullies tease and frighten him. In a panic, Harry dashes to the ocean and jumps in. He is rescued by a kind turtle named Tico and safely delivered to Rabbit Island. Harry must summon all of his courage to find his way back. With the help of others who are also stranded, he builds a magical boat and his team undertakes a heroic voyage home. Together they face the bullies and arrive just in time for spectacular rainbow birthday party. Created by Marianne of Waikiki, just for you. Do you have a brave heart? You can learn the fingerspelling ASL alphabet. Visit the Acts of Kindness series YouTube channel. Meet Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken and Eve, the fingerspelling Bumblebee. Get your copy of the coloring book today. Play the game app and pledge to spread kindness everywhere. And rock your style with our exclusive Rabbit Acts of Kindness No Bullying t-shirt. Get your copy of Rabbit Act of Kindness, No Bully today. Available on Amazon and actofkindnessseries.com. All U.S. classroom teachers can request copies of the books, coloring books, and Folkmanist puppets for every student via donorschoose.org.
Excellent. And we do have one more to share as well. So I'm going to pull that up right away as well. We've got Rich and Radiant to share. Here it is. Oh, and I seem to not have sound on this one.
Oh, you will.
Okay. There we go.
Rich and radiant I am, rich and radiant I am. I am rich and radiant I am, rich and radiant I am. I am. Now is the time to realign with my truth so deep inside. I am always provided for in this moment.
So go out and play. I absolutely love it. Again, the Acts of Kindness series.com is where you can find all of the great things with what you've been seeing here with Marianne of Waikiki. So, Marianne, do you want to mention anything else here with that?
No, I just wanted to share. That was a video that we created two small trailer videos for Leon McLaughlin Clean Water Foundation, separate from the four book trailers. So that gives you the vision of the characters in this book, which we just read the final chapter during our book club every Saturday. And again, that's a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch and the Perfect Wave. That's Rich the Ostrich. Okay, so Rich and Radiant I Am. And we are rich and radiant as Leon McLaughlin is bringing water filter units worldwide to schools, hospitals, and clinics, which is everybody's divine birthright. And so can't wait to really make it all happen. But that's the thought to actions of these little mini trailers here and getting out the good news because, again, you are the messenger and we need more peace, love, happiness, and thanks in this world. Thank you so much. Mahalo. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. Thank you so much, Mr. Kurt Roskopf. Want to shine the light too on Monday, June 8th is considered World Ocean Days. We hope to be out sailing and making some videos with sound bath healer Brennan Williams, B. Willie, certified sound bath healer. They're going to be having an event this Saturday, potluck in their new home with Jen. And we're going to be doing some more breath work. So we're doing some amazing healing vibrations with the sound bath bowls and in the community of San Carlos. So we had another people open up a interior design where he did a blessing. I did the video for photography for him. And Captain Robert was playing music behind it. So we got great community support here. The heat is rising here in San Carlos. I know everywhere else, but we'll let you know about this Saturday and for future interviews with them, and bringing Jen in as a new guest and speaker and teaching you some hot yoga. Kurt, what do you think about that? Maybe some hot yoga.
That sounds wild.
Yeah, call me Yoga Bear.
Yoga Bear.
Nice.
Maybe we can get her, help her do her podcast and video channel. So great things. We're meeting great people in the community, healing this planet, you know. So that's where we just raise our vibrations. And thank you again so much.
Thank you so much, Marianne. This is, oh my gosh, always so many good things happening. And I know you mentioned World Ocean Day coming up. Today happens to also be World Otter Day. And part of why I think that's amazing today is there's this AI tool that is being used actually in the Zoom right now. And I'm going to even bring it in because being it's World Otter Day, oh no, I couldn't highlight it. I went ahead and highlighted and it popped off my screen. Oh, I'm so sad because it was the cutest otter. I'm, oh, actually, Kurt, I'm going to pass it to you for just 1 second because I did take a screenshot of that same otter earlier today. So it's worth sharing because I think that was a great thing for their company to go out of their way to make a fun way to make people smile on this World Otter Day. It's kind of random, but it really is making people smile and just taking that moment to enjoy. We need more of that. I think that we do not have enough of that specifically going on. Just taking that time to create an experience where we all can enjoy, sit back and smile. And here, are you ready to smile? I found my otter. So there it is. And it says right on there, hashtag World Otter Day. So super cute. Usually it just has a website list or like otter.ai is on there. And it just so happens with World Otter Day, they went out of their way to be cute. So I give them all the kudos on that one because how can you not smile seeing that cute little guy? So with that, Kurt, I'm going to pass it back to you one more time because I know you've been putting some things in the chat. Do you want to go ahead and address those real quick?
Vision without action is merely a dream. This is a quote by futurist and author Joel A. Baker. And it really
Barker.
describes that we're working on here at the Disability Channel, the TDC show communities, with what we do with our affiliated program, World of Ability podcast, and our show slot previous to this show with Ability MK now. Because the idea is, the vision here is that when we look at 8 billion people around the planet, we believe that we're going to help 6 billion people of the planet, grow in understanding the other 2 billion people. The other 2 billion people being people squarely identifying as a part of the disability community, part of disability ministries, seeing volunteerism by people with disabilities, looking at all the accommodations to help the education for and by people with disabilities. Speaking of the office of the community liaison, all those things of how things work, like say law enforcement or emergency preparedness or fire response, EMS, whatever it all is, all those things that aren't squarely a disability service. To me, everything on the planet ought to be a disability service, because if you're thinking you're not doing that, you're saying stay away people with disabilities. And is that really what we want to do? I don't think that's what any of you want to do. So you're really all in this conversation here at the Disability Channel. Thank you, Jay Stoyan, for having the gumptions and the gunyas to go ahead and to build a channel by and with people with disabilities and veterans. Because when you look at the history of the planet, the history of television, Jay Stoyan is truly a pioneer, bringing something that most all people, is very unique. It'd be a challenge for you to find another person up to the task like Jay Stoyan is. It's just very remarkable, And before I met Jay, I was all talk, no action myself. I was vision without action is merely a dream about having like Ability TV or something like that. So when I found the Disability Channel, it was, serving it up on a silver platter. And so right now you're seeing through Marianne's, screen saver or virtual background on the Mark TV. There was interaction that I had with Mark Balin on the Mark TV earlier. And so it is really teamwork makes the dream work. Together, everyone achieves miracles. And it's through the actions we take, being on these shows, watching the shows, sharing the shows, telling people in conversations, wow, you wouldn't believe I'm watching the Sue Roskopf host a show called the TDC Today Show Communities, and talking about veterans and talking about service to families and all these books, and Marianne of Waikiki, creative director. That's what we're doing here. We're living television programming. We're putting these shows out there, which is a dangerous thing, because you can just sit there and be like, whoa, what a show, shut us off, and just go back to everything the way it used to be. No, we're here because we want to get your attention. We want to speak to your interests. We want to extend this energy within your desires. And we want to be able to get to a day where I can say, Sue, Marianne, we got her did. We ignited people watching these YouTubes, these Instagram lives, these Facebook lives, out there in X Spaces, IPTV, all the things, and people left the screen to go out into manual labor, go out into action, and get her done. I call that the Hannibal Smith moment for all of you that know the TV show from decades ago called The A-Team, where Hannibal Smith would take his cigar and say, I love it when a plan comes together. So there we go. It's good to have dreams, but let's turn our visions into reality. Let's turn our possibilities into prosperity and make sure that prosperity is available to every person on the planet who is a remarkable person who happens to have a disability. Back to you, Sue.
Amazing. It truly does take a community, and that's what it is here. A very strong growing community, the TDC Today Show communities. So I am grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Kurt. Marianne of Waikiki, we are coming together today and bringing this out to the world. And as always, for all